it's very important to me because it's a lost, it's a lost art. It's not going to be around if someone doesn't continue to do this. I'm willing to teach anyone that's wanting to learn this, because I'm not trying to keep it a secret, because it's a lot of hard work, but I'd like to see it continue.
Ada resident Wayne Walker wants to make sure the past is not forgotten. He keeps it alive by making Native American items that have evolved from necessities to art. It is a hobby for him, but also a way to remain connected with the strong and colorful Chickasaw heritage.
My father, yes, Ralph Walker. We lived in Happy Land. I remember he used to make them. I wasn't 3 or 4 years old, but I remember him making them, and we were shooting them. I used to have one. My brothers used to have one. And a lot of times, a lot of people would gather around there, and I remember a lot of folks shooting bows out there in this little gully. It was a thing, like come out there and shoot bow and play stick ball. And they have an old stomp ground up there too that they used to dance out there. The bow was the first thing I made. After moving back from Oklahoma City, I looked around for bows. I mean, because that's what I remember as a child, and they were hard to find. If anyone has one, they're hanging on their wall in their house, and they don't bring them out to display them. My first bow I made, when I first shot it, I thought, wow, I've done it, because I've went through several pieces of wood trying to make a bow. I mean, it just snapped, break, or just wouldn't work right. And when I got that first one done, I was real proud of it, and I'll hold on to it now.
Making bows is not easy to do with modern hand tools, revealing how skilled ancestral Chickasaw Indians must have been to create their weapons. But Walker keeps the bow making process as simple as possible, which adds authentic touches of hard work and devotion to his creations.
I use bowed arc, and I have a couple of bows made from hickory. The bowed arc is, that's the wood that was commonly used for bows. I've heard stories where Indians would come from the north and the west, and they would battle. When they battled Chickasaws and people around the Mississippi Valley area, they would take their bows for trophies because it was such a good piece of wood. I look for a tree 5.5 to 6 foot long with no limbs, and a bowed arc. Anyone seen a bowed arc tree? They sprout from the ground up. I usually go out hunting for bowed arc trees when it gets close to deer season, when it's cooled off a little bit. And I'm usually out scouting around anyway, and I try to find them, and I'll mark them. I usually try to mark them with a plastic trash bag, but I found out that you almost have to make you a map to it, because I put trash bags out there and couldn't find a tree before. They're hard to find. My cousin was telling me his father used to tell him that a bowed arc tree will hide from you. I don't know what that meant, but I believe him after going out and losing my tree like that. And he said the best time to hunt, to find them, is in the morning.
Walker prefers bowed arc in the construction of his bows because of its elasticity, its ability to maintain its intended shape over a long period of time. That makes for a more accurate weapon, regardless of how many times it's been used. But the bow itself is only a piece of the puzzle.
This right here, sinew, actual sinew, come from the hind leg of a deer. And they have sinew on the back too, off your back strap back there. And what they do is you get it wet, and it softens up, and you tear pieces off. You almost have to weave it together. This right here is imitation sinew. Buy this at the store, Hobby Lobby, any place that sells arts and crafts. And what I do with it, I get 9 pieces of this strand here, and I weave it together. You just have to weave these 2 ends right here, then you spin the rest of it. Makes a good bowstring. I mean, it's very strong. Yeah, this right here is river cane with a point on it and turkey feathers. I color them because it's a natural color, and if it's hard to find, so I always try to put some paint on it where I can at least find my arrow back, get my arrow back. All these are painted different colors, and just they're not exactly straight, but They're not bought from the store, so you won't get them exactly straight, but they shoot well. What I do is I'll go out and cut my river cane, and I'll get a big bundle of them, and I'll wrap them with. I have a bundle around here somewhere. I'll wrap them tight, and I'll leave them tight like that in the garage till for a year, for a while, or just till it dries out, and that helps straighten them out. But you still have to knock off the notches, and put it over a fire. You can bend it to shape it like you do the bows. You don't get a bow dart that's straight. You have to shape it. Use fire and lard. Lard keeps it from burning. And what I do is I'll work it down. Like I say, I've only started using a draw blade in the last couple of years. I used to do this with a hatchet and a hunting knife. I think I've done most of my bows with that. My brother brought this over here. And I thought it was pretty neat. Yeah. What I'm trying to do is go down below this sapwood, this white sapwood. I've got some bows with the sapwood on it. I like it. And I'm trying to get down to one grain of this wood right here. And when I find the right grain, I'll the whole length of the bow will be on that one grain. Of course, I'll take a little.
Not only does Walker make bows, he also makes other traditional Chickasaw weapons, as well as stickball equipment, instruments, and other ceremonial items. Recently, he has taught himself how to make clothing and other accessories out of buckskin. Just like his woodwork, the results are impressive.
I've only been doing it about a year. But I started about this time last year. Yeah, studying, I should say. Then deer season come around, and I was ready to get after it.
Walker makes moccasins, boots, vests, shirts, and other traditional Chickasaw garments from buckskin. He strives to make the buckskin comfortable for the person wearing it.
The grain, if you look at a boot, you'll see the grain on it, and it's real hard, and it's not as smooth. I like my stuff like a velvet or something like that. Something like it's soft. It gets softer. After I take all the grain off, I'll soak it in water, and I have to change my water 3 or 4 times because the grain, the swelling, when I finish it, it's still swollen up. After I do that, I'll wring it out. I'll put it over a piece of pole, and I'll wring it out with a stick, and I'll take them dozen yolks, put it in hot water, stir it up real good, and I'll dip it in here. It doesn't matter how long you leave it in there. You just make sure to stretch it out, make sure it's all getting all the juices in there, and then after that, I'll wring it out again. I'll have to wring it out several times. It's got to get all of it out that you can. Then I'll punch holes around it, put it on the frame, and then I used an old pair of jeans. I'll cut the legs off, and I'll make me a sleeve on it about a foot long, and I'll get me a burl on the ground and burn some wood until the wood turns into charcoal and just no flame. And what I use is hay. You can use anything to smother it out and make it smoke, but I had a couple of bales of hay that I've been using since last year, and use that, put that hay on it, and then start smoking, and put your sleeve over it, let the smoke go into it, and you can open it up and look at it, see if it's the color you want, and then after it's the color you want, you take it off, turn it inside out without trying to let the leather touch the sleeve, the jean sleeve, so it doesn't leave anything on it, and I'll smoke the other side. After that, it's ready.
In today's fast-paced world, most people won't take the time to learn the skills, much less the patience, required to produce the high-quality items that Walker does on a regular basis. Ironically, the hard, methodical work provides a relaxing escape for Walker, and his work has not gone unappreciated, particularly by the Chickasaw Nation.
Yes, they do. They've put me on their calendars, and they've always invited me to their art shows to set up display. And like I say, all the reunions and Elders Day that they have, and festival, I'm always invited, and I participated a lot, and it's very enjoyable. When I go to do these bow demonstrations, everyone will come up to me. My grandfather made me a bow, and my father made me a bow, and it's really touching because they'll almost have tears in their eyes. It's like bringing back a piece of the past when they see a bow, touch it. Getting back with the Chickasaw Nation has really helped in preserving the heritage and bringing it back, and it just feels so good to live around this area. It means a whole lot to me. I'm proud to be jigsaw.
It is this love of his heritage, his people, and his art that drives Walker to do what he does. His creations mean a lot more to him than souvenirs or replicas of an age-long past. He employs a timeless spirit when engaged with his art, and his excellent handiwork, down to the smallest of details, shows it.
I don't sell anything. I don't do it for the money. I do it because it relaxes me, and well, I wouldn't have anything to show if I sold everything. I guess I'll let my kids do that.